Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight is an actor you know from No Country for Old Men, Skyfall, and Dune. He now stars as Desi Arnaz in Being the Ricardos.
You're not telling these people that I checked the wrong box.
This is a critical moment, Lucy.
If I'm gonna die,
You're not.
I would rather die standing up.
I don't have any idea what
I'm
that
not
is.
an idiot. I didn't check the wrong box.
You saw the headline.
You can see the headline from outer space.
Then please-
Grandpa Fred raised me from when I was age 4. He cared about the little guy. He cared about workers' rights. It was a tribute to him. And to say that I checked the wrong...
Grandpa Fred was wrong, Lucy. Yes, he didn't tell you the part where they throw your father in prison for the crime of being the mayor of a city. I was chased to this country, Lucy. Believe me, you checked the wrong box.
Please welcome Javier Bardem. Yeah. That's nice. A little Babalu. Get a little taste of the Babalu right there.
Well, Babalu.
Yeah.
That's a song.
Now, so nice to meet you. I interviewed you briefly last year over the internets for Dune, for Warner Brothers, but we've never actually met before. I'm a big fan. I'm so happy to have you here tonight.
I'm a big fan of you, and you're an amazing professional and very, very committed to tell many of the truths that are needed to be told out there. So thank you
that's
very
very
much.
nice of you to say. Very nice. Very kind. But now you're playing Desi Arnaz in the new Aaron Sorkin film, Being the Ricardos. But before we talk about it, I just want to remind everybody here is that we have no concept today of how big this show was. I Love Lucy had 60 million people watching it in 1953. I think there were like 65 million TVs in America back then. It was so enormous. Did you know anything about I Love Lucy growing up in Spain?
Nothing.
Wow.
We barely have TVs there back in the 50s. Actually, in the 50s, we had Franco, which is a dictatorship.
Sure.
He was a dictator, and I don't think many people had a TV set in Spain. So
Did the government control what was on TV?
Yeah, absolutely. He controlled everything. He controlled the lives of everyone, and everyone who was against the regime, he will be very hardly punished.
Now, as you said, you're from Spain. Arnaz is Cuban.
Yes.
Now, I don't speak Spanish, and I don't think I would hear the difference.
Yes.
What, to you, is the difference between the Spanish accent and the Cuban Spanish accent, and how did you adjust for that?
Yes, it is a softer. I mean, the Cuban people has the music in their DNA. They are softer. They have a sensuality and a sexuality that I don't think European Spaniards have that high or that present. I think that's something that I think it's true. And the accent is softer and it has more music. For example, there's a line in the movie where I say, "Walk me to the stage." That's the way I would say, "Walk me to the stage." But in Cuban, he would say, "Walk me to the stage." There's a music there going on. There's a music that walk me to the stage. There's a mouth that open, and there's a way to express themselves with no shame. And they really own it. They are really confident in their own body, which is something that I don't know how much we have that as
You seem confident in your own body.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so? When you danced out here, you seem fairly confident. Did you enjoy Aaron Sorkin's dialogue? Because he's famous for his patter is sort of dismissive. I mean, like the banter, the rhythm of his dialogue. Is he exacting? Is it like, it's like, no, I said but. Like, does he count, every word have to be exactly the way he wants it?
Yeah, and I would do the same if I had that talent. I mean, for any actor to have those dialogues and those words and those situations and those images that he beautifully and masterfully creates in the dialogues, it's gold for any actor. And you have to be precise. I was the only one who could really make my way through it because I was the only foreigner playing a foreigner. And there were some parts where I would say, I don't know if I would say that word. I don't know if I would ever know what that word means. So can we change it? And he will be very open to do so.
So he respected your perspective.
Absolutely. And I was the envy of the rest of the cast because I could more or less...
Aaron, I don't think so.
I don't think so because what's that word? How do you pronounce that?
So you actually got the blessing of Desi and Lucy's daughter, Lucille's daughter, Lucy Arnaz.
Yeah.
What did you learn from her, from this really most famous actual TV couple?
Many things, and she was so generous and she was so helpful in giving us, both Nicole and I, for example, tapes of their private conversations at home that Lucy recorded when they were little. They would record their kids talking about different things in life. And it was so beautiful, so intimate. So have those recordings to hear, in my case, Desi's voice in privacy, it was like a treasure, but also a very huge responsibility to, when you're given such a treasure of intimacy, you really need to put all your commitment in trying to make it, to own it, to earn it.
Is there a special responsibility or a special pressure for not just that level of intimacy, but playing any actual living person?
I think so, and especially if you really admire and love, and that person has created a precedent on history, which is the case of Desi Arnaz. And I guess the only way to do it as an actor is to become a vessel, to empty yourself and try to make that spirit, because I believe in energies, I believe in spirits, and you are kind of evoking that spirit through your work. And some days it may happen that spirit comes through you and starts to communicate. I know it sounds weird, and it is weird.
No, I love it.
But that's what we, the actors, try to do when we are doing real people. Except you play, for example, Pablo Escobar, which I did. I didn't want to know anything about that. I didn't invoke him at all. I said, you stay where you are. I'm going to do this from the outside, okay? I don't want to be touched by that.
We have to take a quick break, but stick around. We'll be right back with more Javier Bardem, everybody.